Ciao a tutti, siamo in diretta con Mark Hamill. Per me è un sogno diventato realtà poter intervistarlo per voi, quindi partiamo subito perché non abbiamo tanto tempo. Hi, nice to meet you.
Thanks.
And bring you all the love from Italy.
Oh, I love
you have millions of fans over there.
I love Italy.
Have you ever been?
Of course.
Oh.
Although I would never drive in Rome.
Neither will I.
I'm not afraid to fly an X-Wing, but I would be afraid to drive in Rome.
Yeah, I understand that. So, Mr. Hamill, the first trilogy was like a product of the political and cultural time of between the 70s and the 80s.
Right.
How, in your opinion, the new movies, what do they tell about the times that we're living now?
Well, you know, obviously these films were originally meant for children. I think they teach basic tenets of life that are good for them to hear, to do the right thing for the benefit of others without thinking of yourself. So on one level, they don't perceive politics at all. Older people, myself included, see the allusions to the current situation. And I'm a proud member of the resistance in the movie and in real life.
Oh, okay. For 40 years, from the end of the first trilogy, Luke Skywalker was yours and yours only.
Right.
I mean, it was hard to accept, like Rian Johnson had imagined the evolution of Luke, or it was it was something that you imagined, or it was different from the way you thought the character would go?
Well, I was shocked because I said to Ryan, number one, Luke was the most optimistic, hopeful character, and now he's this miserable, you know, despondent hermit. Now, you see in the story why that is, but I had a real problem because I don't believe a Jedi would ever give up. You see, if he makes a mistake, he doubles down and does the right thing, regardless of the magnitude of his mistake, choosing Ben Solo and being so wrong and giving rise to the possible Darth Vader. But having said that, my job is to take the story that he wrote and do my best to realize his vision. But I had to level with him on that particular point, so we could bond and understand where we were coming from. But I think he's written a remarkable script and totally unexpected. Yeah. But I was shocked. I think the audience will be too.
You were also shocked at the end, like at the end of The Force Awakens, you look at Rey in shocked.
Sure.
Was how you felt when you read the script and saw that it was the only thing you needed to do in that movie?
Well, only because, you know, they didn't tell me for a year and a half after I agreed to do the film, and I went into training and I changed my diet and all these things. So I thought I would do something more physically taxing than revolving and removing my hood. And I thought, even if I was the size of Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now, I'm wearing a robe you can't see. But listen, every actor loves characters talking about them. And I made notes in the script. The sword of Skywalker is too powerful. Okay, there's a mention. Luke Skywalker, wasn't he a myth? There's a mention. I mean, I had like, I don't know how many, over 30 mentions.
Yeah, you're always there even when you're not.
Everybody's talking about me. No, listen, the fact is, JJ had so much on his plate to establish a whole new set of characters, a whole new set of situations, bring a closure to the Han Solo story, and the dynamics between Leia and the son, and so it would have been just too much. It was smart to push Luke to the next episode. You know, I would have preferred he confided in me, because when I finally got to I said, what? And I'm back, and you turn the page and it says the end. But in retrospect, it was the best of all worlds, because I could participate in all the fun, and everybody else is doing the heavy lifting. So now the pressure's on. I have to show up and actually do something.
And I heard you saying that you're like consider yourself a nerd.
Of course.
In which way? You're talking with the number one nerd
Is
in
that
Italy.
right?
So,
Oh,
yeah,
good. It's
so
always
in which
nice to
way?
meet a fellow nerd. Because all the things I loved as a child, I still love as a grown-up. Cartoons, comic books, comic strips, Laurel and Hardy, the Marx Brothers, and I thought the Rolling Stones, the Kinks, the Beatles, and I thought, well, at some point, I'm going to be like my dad, who didn't like anything. But luckily, I've chronologically grown up, but emotionally, I'm still a teenager, I think.
Okay. I want to thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
It was a dream come true.
Oh, great.
You're
Thanks.
very important in my life, and I think in everybody else.
Then my work here is done.
Ciao a tutti, ciao amici, rieccoci qui. Questa volta sono con John Boyega, Finn. Questa è un'altra intervista che faccio solo per voi. A questo punto, hi, welcome to Italy. And I would like to thank you for your work. It was really awesome and inspiring. And I would like to start asking you if you have some. If you see some aspect of the character of Finn that you would like to keep yourself for yourself in real life.
Ooh, definitely a bit more bravery, man. We've grown up in another world in which you never know when you were called upon to do something that is huger than yourself, and so Finn's heart would be great.
Oh, ok, dice il coraggio e il cuore che ha Finn. Are you a fan of the original trilogy?
Yes, but I had a problematic introduction to it because I grew up within the stages of the prequels as a kid, and all I saw was the visual spectacle of it. I didn't really know about the story. And then I was introduced to the old trilogy, and I was like, what happened to the effects? Like, what happened? Was there a downgrade? But then I didn't understand the timeline at the time until I got much more older to understand, oh, those are the old ones, and these are the new ones, and I put them together.
And which one is your favorite character and why, of the old trilogy?
I don't have a favorite character of the whole trilogy, but I love Han Solo. I've always loved Han.
Yeah, me too.
I always love Han.
How does it feel to be the only non-Jedi who gets to play with a lightsaber?
Great.
Pretty good.
I get to do all sorts of stuff in this. Stormtrooper, blaster, you know, battle on the Millennium Falcon. There's a lot of stuff going on. It feels really, really cool. And now we know all you have to do is turn a lightsaber on and anyone can use them.
Okay. And how does it feel to have your own action figure?
It was a strange reality. I don't even understand it. I don't understand it. Yeah, it's a strange reality. But it's cool as well, though, you know, to see people interacting with the character in that way. And it's funny that whole started from an audition, which is crazy.
Do you get to sign in a lot?
I signed some. I signed some, like, you know, if I'm at an event and people give me some to sign, I'll sign some, yeah.
And Mark Hamill said that he's considered himself a nerd. Is there some aspect where you consider something you like where you consider yourself a nerd?
Oh, well, I'm into, most nerds are defined by how much they're into sci-fi, gaming, comics, and all that kind of stuff, and that's basically pretty much me.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I'd like to say I'm a nerd with even a little tad bit more cool nerd.
Okay. All nerds are cool, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, you know.
Okay.
It's nice us being the special ones and not being part of the always cool crowd.
Yeah.
We have our own cool.
Talking about coolness, so what kind of music do you like and what do you listen to?
I listen to everything apart from really heavy metal, and I don't listen to as much rock.
Okay.
But R&B, I like hip hop, I like soul, I like orchestral music.
Nice.
Yeah, so I like a whole different bunch of stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you very much from all of your Italian fans. Have you ever been to Italy?
No.
You want to be?
I really do, so I can put on some weight.
Yeah, that's really good.
Puff up a little, you know, just puff up for the Christmas period. Yeah. I would love to. I would love to visit.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
It was really nice.
Lovely to meet you, man.
Ciao a tutti, adesso siamo sempre in diretta qui con Daisy Ridley, cioè Ray, Un altro onore incredibile per me, sempre in inglese, of course, quindi mi raccomando, cominciate a tradurre. Hi,
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Allora, first of all, I want to say that in Italy, your character is the favorite one.
Oh,
it's
grazie
from an
mille.
official poll.
Oh,
so
thank you.
I want you to start with you saying something to your Italian fan. Maybe what you said to me in Italian before, that would be nice.
Come stai, Italy? Grazie mille.
Ok, hai visto? Hai visto che parla anche italiano. Ok, what difference do you see from the growth of Luke Skywalker in the original trilogy and the growth of Rey in the new one?
I don't see that many similarities.
Okay.
Obviously, there are some because they both are force sensitive, I guess, and they're going through this whole thing. But Luke comes from a family, he comes from a home, and Rey just doesn't. And I think Rey's main goal is just to find a place where she belongs.
Yes, of course.
And that's where I think the difference lies. Because also she doesn't really, it's not like she wants to, she didn't want any of this. She just sort of got like pulled into it. And she just wants to know about the world at large. That's really as far as it goes. And she's pretty terrified about everything she feels and the things and the direction it's going. So I think it's different in that way.
True. Did Carrie Fisher give you some advice for shooting the movies?
I think Harrison, Carrie, and Mark lead by example. So it wasn't like they were like, this is what's going to happen, this is what you should do. It was more, they're wonderful to be around, and they're kind, and they make people feel respected and heard on set, and make people laugh, and I think that's really the most important thing. Because the script is done, we know we have a great director, and the thing that really matters after that is everyone feeling good, because everyone's, in it together. So I think it's that. They're just wonderful people to be around.
True. Your character became very popular and like a symbol of empowerment for a lot of girls and little girls. Is there an episode or something that really stuck with you about some?
The nicest thing I think is actually no, I know. I had a meeting at Pixar, which is literally one of my favourite places I've ever gone to. And one of the guys I was chatting to, I had been speaking to because we were at an award ceremony and they were there and they just won for Inside Out. Mm-hmm. And we were chatting and he said he was with his daughter who was 9 in the cinema and the thing started and I can't remember what part of the film it was and she went, wow. And he said it was just amazing because he's never seen his daughter have a reaction like that to a female character and in something that he had loved so much. And he was taking his daughter because he loves Star Wars, and that was pretty awesome.
We know you did a lot of physical training to prepare for the movies. What kind of training did you do to meet the Star Wars fans?
Lots of deep breathing. I think it was weird because even last night at the premiere, you think, oh yeah, I sort of know how this goes, and it's a little bit scary every time because it's so wonderful, but it's a lot of people and a lot of energy, and especially when we've been flying around and everyone's very tired and jet lagged, it's like, oh my gosh. But then you sort of, once it's like, oh, it's nice, and everyone's so sweet, and the fact that people queue in the cold to come and just say hello is wonderful.
Mark Hamill said that he considers himself a nerd.
Yes.
Is there some areas where you consider yourself a nerd?
In the old school sense of people who read a lot being nerds, yes, because I read an awful lot. Aside from that, not really, actually. Yeah, just in the old school sense of the word.
Okay, they say it's not about what you love, but the way you love the things you love. So.
Yes.
Is there something else that you like to say about Italy? Have you ever been to Italy?
Oh yeah, I've been to Italy. My family used to go there every year to San Gimignano.
Oh yeah?
In Tuscany, I think. We used to go there a lot. I've been to Pisa, I've been to Rome, I've been to Venice. Oh yeah, I love Italy.
Ok, capito? Quindi c'è stata in Italia, gli è piaciuta tantissimo. Io ringrazio tutti, I want to say thank you very much.
Grazie.
I loved the movie.
Thank you.